All right, Dundee, thank you so much. As we settle back in, everyone, continuing to push on forward into our first alert weather situation today. And it is just going to be more about the temperatures keeping on that climb. Hot and hazy out there. Now, I will say our tower cam, it looks a little bit hazier out there. We do have a little bit of that wildfire smoke still mixing into our skies, but it's not that hazy out there. It's a little bit more of an anomaly or something wrong with the lens, but it's a little bit more in the blue skies right now. Plentiful sunshine out there. We're continuing to see things rise. It is cooking across South Carolina, so be ready for that today. If you haven't made your way outside, still got to step foot outdoors for a later work shift, got to run some errands, perhaps even wanted to just go grab something to eat. We are going to see all of these temperatures continuing to rise impressively today. Everyone pretty much near 90 right now. A little cooler out towards the north and west, Newberry, Saluda, areas further up towards the north and South Carolina border, closer to those mid-80s, but still rising fast. So we get high temperatures today, eyeing that 97-degree mark. We're going to be getting this, of course, under all that sun. It's not going to quit. We continue to see it really making a good push with the humidity, making the heat index in the triple digits for us today, and we eventually get towards those later storm chances into the week. Now, for today, just want to make sure you're continuing to go through the motions of, all right, how am I keeping myself cool? What am I doing to keep those around me safe that, of course, need to be so? Obviously, finding the shade, wearing the lighter color clothes, keeping those UV rays away from your body, always a good, of course, bit of advice when we're just seeing more in the way of really hazy sun out there, and an extreme UV index, because it's 11 today. Sunburn times very much in the way of down to that 15-minute mark or just a bit less for others. Keeping, of course, your pets safe and indoors from this heat as we're going on into this stretch. Going into the day, that's all we're going to see. Very limited. Any rain chance later into the afternoon. A couple little stray showers could pop up, but it will be tough. We're still getting away from our high pressure from yesterday, so that's why it's not luckily too muggy today. If it was, we'd be seeing a heat index value closer to 110. We don't see that today. It's around 103 as an absolute maximum 104. Still hot in its own regard, but not in a heat advisory status like we'd see from the National Weather Service. So we go forward with that. We are going to be getting and continuing into Wednesday with a little more cloud cover mixing in. A few little bits of rain, a couple storms possible as we get to this afternoon. So please be mindful of that as we go into the PM hours here. And then we continue to see still a little bit of a shakeup. I wouldn't be surprised and caught off guard if even later in the day we did see a couple stray showers and storms bubble up. Basically going further into the week, these are going to start to get a bit more likely because we'll consistently see a westerly to southwesterly flow, and then we'll start to get a little bit more of this. The potential for some of this moisture to actually equate to storms. You get the upward forcing. We start to get more updraft potential. Make sure, again, you are prepared not just for the heat, but for the rain, for the showers and storms as we get further into Thursday, which, heads up, is going to be a first alert weather day. Going into the, of course, rest of our forecast today, it is National Tropical Fruit Day. Tropical feels trying to come back, that's for sure. Going into the overnight period, we're seeing the mid-70s coming your way. First alert 10-day forecast. Please be mindful of that heat as it continues. And again, we are seeing a better severe storm potential into your Thursday afternoon.
Thank you.